AITA for having a relationship with my wife's twin. I 34 meters recently found myself in an extremely complicated and morally troubling situation. My wife, Emma 34F, has an identical twin sister, Anna. Emma and I have been married for 6 years, and I've always gotten along well with Anna. However, things took a dramatic and unexpected turn over the past few months. Anna went through a tough breakup and started spending a lot of time at our house for emotional support. During this time, we became close, too close. One night, after Emma had gone to bed, Anna and I ended up having a deeply personal conversation that turned into something physical. I know this sounds horrible, but it happened more than once, and before long, Anna and I were having a full-blown affair. I knew it was wrong, but the attraction and emotional connection I felt with Anna were overwhelming. I started feeling guilty and conflicted, especially since Emma had no idea what was going on. She continued to trust both Anna and me completely. Eventually, the guilt became too much, and I decided to come clean. I sat Emma down and told her everything. Her reaction was a mix of shock, betrayal, and anger. She couldn't believe that her husband and her sister had betrayed her trust in such a profound way. Since then, Emma has moved out to stay with a friend, and our relationship is hanging by a thread. Anna is devastated too, as she didn't want to hurt her sister either. I know I made a colossal mistake, but now I'm left wondering if there was any way to handle this situation better or if I am beyond redemption for what I did. So AITA for having a relationship with my wife's twin. Top comments. AITA, you betrayed your wife and her trust in the most intimate and devastating way possible. There is no excuse for having an affair, especially with her twin sister. This situation is likely irreparable, and you need to reflect deeply on your actions and seek help to understand why you allowed this to happen. AITA, this is a betrayal of the highest order. You not only cheated on your wife, but you also did it with her sister, which makes it so much worse. Your wife and her sister both need space and time to heal from this. It's hard to see a way forward for your marriage, but professional counseling might help you understand and process what you've done. AITA, what you did is incredibly hurtful and damaging to both your wife and her sister. There's no justification for it, and you should take full responsibility for the pain you've caused. Your wife deserves better, and so does her sister. Be prepared to face the consequences of your actions. AITA, there are so many levels of betrayal here. It's not just about the physical act, but the emotional manipulation and trust-breaking involved. You need to give Emma space and perhaps suggest family therapy if they are open to it, but don't expect forgiveness to come easily, if at all. AITA for not wanting to help my sister with her wedding. Original post, I 30F have a younger sister, Lily to 7F, who recently got engaged. We've always been close, but we've also had our fair share of sibling rivalry. When Lily announced her engagement, I was genuinely happy for her and offered my congratulations. However, things started to get complicated when she asked me to be her maid of honor. Initially, I was excited and accepted the role. But as the wedding planning progressed, Lily's demands became increasingly overwhelming. She expected me to handle everything from planning the bridal shower and bachelorette party to organizing all the wedding details, all while managing my full-time job and personal life. Lily is a perfectionist and has very specific ideas about how she wants her wedding to be. She constantly changes her mind and expects me to accommodate every change. When I try to suggest compromises or alternative solutions, she accuses me of not caring about her special day. The stress and pressure have been taking a toll on my mental health, and I'm starting to resent her for it. I finally reached a breaking point last week when she called me at 2 a.m., demanding that I redo the seating arrangements for the 10th time. I told her that I couldn't keep up with her constant demands and that she needed to take more responsibility for her own wedding. Lily got furious, saying that I'm selfish and that I'm ruining her wedding. She even threatened to find a new maid of honor. Now I'm feeling incredibly guilty. I don't want to let my sister down, but I also can't handle the overwhelming pressure she's putting on me. AITA for not wanting to help my sister with her wedding anymore. Update 1. Thank you to everyone who commented on my original post. Reading your perspectives helped me realize that I needed to have an honest conversation with Lily about how her demands were affecting me. So I sat down with her over coffee and explained how overwhelmed and stressed I was feeling. I emphasized that I love her and want to support her, but that the current level of involvement was unsustainable for me. Lily initially reacted with anger and accused me of being dramatic. However, as the conversation progressed, she started to understand my point of view. I suggested that we hire a wedding planner to take over some of the more stressful tasks and that she delegate some responsibilities to other bridesmaids and family members. Surprisingly, Lily agreed to consider hiring a planner. She apologized for putting so much pressure on me and admitted that she had been feeling overwhelmed too. We ended the conversation on a positive note, and I felt hopeful that things would improve. Update 2. A couple of weeks have passed since my last update, and I'm happy to report that Lily followed through with hiring a wedding planner. The planner has taken over many of the logistical details, which has significantly reduced the stress on both of us. Lily has also started involving the other bridesmaids more, which has helped distribute the workload more evenly. Our relationship has improved, and we've even started having fun with the wedding planning again. I helped her pick out bridesmaid dresses last weekend, and we had a blast. I'm glad I stood up for myself and had that difficult conversation with Lily. It wasn't easy, but it was necessary for the sake of our relationship and my mental health. Thank you again to everyone who offered advice and support. Your words gave me the courage to address the issue head-on, and it made all the difference. AITA for not letting my brother move in with me. Original post: I 32F live alone in a 2-bedroom apartment in the city. I love my space and have worked hard to create a comfortable home for myself. Recently, my younger brother, Jake 28 meters, asked if he could move in with me temporarily. Jake has always been a bit of a free spirit, jumping from job to job and couch surfing between friends' places. Jake lost his job again and can't afford rent, so he asked if he could stay with me for a few months until he gets back on his feet. While I love my brother, I have reservations about this arrangement. Jake has a history of being unreliable and messy, and I worry that having him live with me will disrupt my peace and order. I told Jake that I wasn't comfortable with him moving in. Instead, I offered to help him look for affordable housing options and even offered to lend him some money for a deposit on a small place of his own. Jake got upset, saying that I'm his sister and should be willing to help him out in his time of need. He accused me of being selfish and prioritizing my comfort over family. Now, my parents are also pressuring me to let him stay, saying that family should support each other. I feel guilty for saying no, but I also feel justified in wanting to protect my space and sanity. AITA for not letting my brother move in with me. Update 1. Thank you to everyone who commented on my original post. The overwhelming support and advice helped me feel more confident in my decision. I decided to stick to my boundaries, but also find a way to help Jake in a manner that didn't compromise my own well-being. I sat down with Jake and explained my reasons again, emphasizing that it wasn't about not wanting to help him, but about maintaining my own mental health and stability. I reiterated my offer to help him find a place and to lend him some money for a deposit. Jake was still upset, but he seemed to understand my perspective a little better. We agreed that he would stay with our parents for a couple of weeks while we worked on finding him a more permanent solution. Update 2. It's been a few weeks since my last update. I'm happy to report that Jake has found a small studio apartment not too far from where I live. I helped him with the deposit and the first month's rent, and he has started a new job that seems promising. We've also made a point to spend time together once a week, which has helped rebuild our relationship. Jake has been more responsible lately, and I'm hopeful that he's turning a corner. As for my parents, they were initially disappointed with my decision, but they've come around after seeing how well Jake is doing now. They admitted that they were worried about him and appreciated that I still found a way to support him without compromising my own well-being. Thank you again for all the advice and support. It's been a challenging situation, but I'm glad I stood firm on my boundaries while still finding a way to help my brother.